Sunny, don't do that.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम व्यूअर्स, कैसे हैं आप सब? आई होप कि आप सब बिल्कुल ठीक होंगे। आज जो हमारा लाइव सेशन है कनेक्टिंग द वर्ल्ड प्लेटफॉर्म से, आज हम यहाँ स्टारा बैग के साथ मौजूद हैं। आज हम इनसे इनकी लाइफ जर्नी, अचीवमेंट्स, नेक्स्ट प्लान्स, आजकल किन प्रोजेक्ट्स पे काम कर रही हैं, सब
Um,
जानेंगे। चलिए, how are you?
Hold on. Sunny Tulip, I'm going to go outside so I can hear her better, okay? I'm good. How are you doing? Can you hear me? I'm going to walk outside.
Yeah, thank you. So first of all, tell us about yourself in detail.
Okay. Say again. Say what you were saying again.
Please tell us about yourself in detail.
Okay. My name is Stara. I'm 42. I have 5 children. Actually 8.
Okay.
Because I have 3 extra living with me right now. My town, most of it just burned down in some of the fires happening here on the West Coast in the United States. I drive a Prius. Sometimes I get 55 miles to the gallon.
Okay.
I have a radio show. I've traveled the world with my kids. We world school. We call it world schooling, where we go around the world and we learn about other cultures. Right now I'm starting a children's media brand, a conscious children's media brand, based off of these 2 children's books that I wrote. And I just incorporated the Church of Presence, which is going to fund Ripple of Love Ministries, which is going to fund Sumerian projects all over the world. I'm in a very similar mind frame of, we're all powerful creators of our reality. If we all work together, let's eradicate world hunger, clean water for all. Let's start there. Picking up our trash and cleaning up the earth and stop focusing so much on the stars and actually take care of our home, take care of each other.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I really want to know all about you, about your childhood, your best childhood memory. Please share.
Well, I'm in California right now with my kids. We live in Oregon, but we came here for a few days, and I brought my kids to this restaurant called Benny's, and it's so weird. It hasn't changed in 30 years. I used to come here with my dad, and he would drink coffee, and I would do these little drawings, and now my kids get to experience it. But because we're travelers, and my kids didn't grow up here, so this is a memory that I'm sharing with them right now. Is this special place that I've visited with my dad, when I was their age. Even the same music, they're playing 80s music. My kids are like, we've never heard these songs, So it's kind of funny.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what you always wanted to be?
I guess when I was a kid, I wanted to be what I am now at 42. I don't know, I'm a temple dancer, so I travel the world studying dance. Traveler. I'm around kids all the time, which is cool because I loved being around kids when I was a kid. When I started, babysitting, and I like to have fun. I'm also super responsible. You can be responsible and have fun. You can be a mom and have fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's really difficult, but yes.
Yeah, you could be a mom and live a really amazing life. Being a mom can enhance our lives. We just got to be super organized and have energy, not let it get us down. Be excited about things.
Okay, you are a teacher and trainer too. How about that?
Yeah, so I teach a lot on my radio show. I'm teaching kind of presence, exercises to be in the moment. I also, I teach dance.
Yeah, exactly. I'm listening. You
Yeah.
please continue.
Say again.
I'm listening. You please continue.
Okay. Yeah. Um, I like to teach to find the similarities and to build on top of that and use our differences as inspiration. So it doesn't matter, like we all have the same goal. Like I want my children to live in a healthy, thriving environment. You want your children to live in a healthy, thriving environment. So let's work together and create that, We don't have to call I say this in my show a lot too. People fight a lot about the name of divine intelligence or God or Allah. But the truth is, some people call me mom, some people call me Stara, some people call me aunt, some people call me
Okay.
Stephanie. But you know what? I'm still me. And so is God, Allah, Krishna, like whatever people want to call it, it's the same energy. It exists. So let's start there. You know, like coming to the root, the seed, and starting there for us as humanity, for us as a species. We come to the root and we start there, and then we build from that and allow each other to be different, because human beings consciousness is like a prism. It's a prism, and each one of us is a different point of perspective on that prism. And so somebody down here isn't going to see the world the same as somebody up here, but when you shine the light through the prism, all these beautiful rainbows appear. And that's what we got. We're not meant to all be the same. We're meant to all be different so that we can inspire each other and be excited and not be bored. Because if we were all the same, we would be bored and nothing new would be created. And, we're here on this earth and we get to feel all these feelings and we get to experience all of this beauty. And this is heaven on earth. This is it. It's a perspective. It's a moment. It's a feeling. It's an awareness. This is existing. It's living. It's why we're here, to have this moment, to have this
Okay.
experience. Yeah.
Okay. You are an author too. You have written many books. What about those books? What's the
Say again.
message that you want to deliver? Through
A
your books,
message.
what's the message that you want to deliver?
Oh, my biggest message is you're amazing and beautiful. Yeah, you rock. Amazing and beautiful. Don't need those thoughts, the ones that tell you the things that you're not. Just step away.
Okay.
Close the door. Step into a dimension where your truth is adored. You're amazing. Humanity is amazing. We're beautiful. So let's build an awesome world together. That is my message.
Okay. So what about your books?
Oh, my children's books?
Yeah, exactly. How many books you have written?
2. What's up, baby?
Okay. So how was your experience as author?
Say again.
How was your experience as an author?
Well, I mean, it's more as a mother. Like, my daughter needed to act out a story in a school play, and we couldn't find one. So I wrote her one, and that's how my children's books appeared. So they're like, this is my children's book. There once was a girl who turned her hair blue. What a silly mistake that would be. What about school? Her mother cried as she tried different hats on the hair she had dyed, but the hats were too small, every one she could find, and her mother breathed, I wish I was blind. Mother, we're
Okay.
late, late, late. They pulled into the school at 8:15. Her mom was hysterical. She yelled, wait, 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 as she gave her a hug and pushed her into the gate. I'm not perfect, she sighed as she walked in with pride, and the children did stare, but hey, she didn't care. I'm not perfect, she thought merrily. So that's just part of it. But like, the whole book is about this girl where everything keeps going wrong, but she's like, I'm not perfect. So what do you think about that? She's like, I'm just me. And by the end of the book, things start going right. It's a really beautiful truth, like everything could be going wrong in the world. And if we keep a positive attitude, the energy around us will shift and everything will start going right. So It's a conscious
Okay,
children's
okay.
media, and we're really excited about it. My daughter's actually developing the characters, and she's only 8 years old, and she's an artist. So it's a family thing happening right now. We're all super excited about it.
Okay, how many daughters do you have?
Say again.
How many daughters do you have?
Daughters? I have 3 daughters.
Oh, okay, okay. So, do you have your plans for next 5 years? What you want to do in next 5 years?
Well, I'm building this company right now, and that's like my whole focus. And hopefully by the end of the 5 years, I'll have, the children's media brand going, a Church of Presence funded, Ripple of Love funded, and we'll be doing things out in the world to kind of help evolve the globe, help humanity make the world a better place, build an awesome world together.
Okay, okay. Be success to you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay, so what is success to you? What is your definition of success?
What is definition of success? So for me, success is when I've mastered my moment, when I can create in the moment, and I'm connected purely to my deeper self, my heart, and I'm aligned, and I'm able to create my dreams and passions, and I'm happy. I feel good, and I'm successful. I'm creating my own dreams and passions, not dreams and passions that someone else told me that I was supposed to create. That's not success, So for some people, their dreams and passions might be they want to tend a garden, and that's it. And that's success because they're happy and they're doing what they want, what is right in their heart, what is true for them.
Okay, okay. So, do you know you are full of life? Full of life.
I wasn't for a long time,
It's really amazing. I have never seen women like you, matlab, confident and bold and full of life. I've hardly seen few. You are amazing. What are your
you are.
hobbies?
Say again.
What are your hobbies?
My hobbies. Well, I do a lot of volunteer work. There was a bunch of families that lost their homes in the fire, and I don't mean to laugh about that. Our home barely made it, but my daughter and I this weekend got to go deliver toys to kids. We worked with this nonprofit, and they replaced the kids' favorite toys that they lost in the fire. Right now, I'm going back to school and I'm taking business classes to help my business. I throw events, so I throw ceremonial dance, like ecstatic dance parties and stuff that are family friendly, so everybody can dance. I like to travel. Travel is hard right now because of what's going on in the world, but and dancing's a big thing for me. I'm also a musician, and I like people. I like to get to know people and meet people that are different than me, that have just stories to share. And
Amazing. Okay, okay. So, how's your experience as a musician?
how is my what?
What about that?
Wait, say again.
How was your experience as a musician?
Oh, so I've been a musician almost my whole life as a kid, and when I got older, I just started raising kids and I started focusing more on dance. I do have some music on SoundCloud right now. I do a lot of ambient music and I make meditations.
Okay, so do you have any idea about Anavana meditation?
Do I have any idea about what?
Anapana meditation.
No. Wait. Is it a meditation you're telling me about?
Yeah, exactly. It's a kind of
Yeah, send it to me. I'll check it out.
okay, sure. I will share few links with you.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, so you have learned many lessons from your life. Please share any three with us.
Yeah, I guess the main lesson that I would like to share is guilt and shame. The guilt and shame pattern. It's been passed down through thousands of years of our lineage of generational karma, like energy, and it's been used to like push, like oppress consciousness. But until we grow out of the guilt and shame patterns, we can't really evolve. It'll stop our evolution. And so, like, in the way that we parent in our own heads, like we're learning how to restructure the way we communicate with each other and our education systems and our systems in general, to delete the guilt and shame that goes along with it, um, because the guilt and shame is what we're evolving out of. So we don't have to guilt and shame ourselves to get something done. We could do it because we love to do it, right? Or we don't have to guilt and shame our children. We can just like make it into a fun game, and change our education system so that it's more tailored towards the budding of consciousness rather than like the rigid like box, because the rigid box just creates like this like um, almost like robots in a way. And we're actually creating robots so that humanity can have an awakening in our consciousness, and we can be alive and we can be free and we can create and we can grow. But we have to get rid of the systems that are oppressing us, like the oppressive systems. So we can keep our systems and we can keep our religions and we can keep our culture, but we have to let go of the guilt and shame patterns. And then consciousness will thrive even within the things that used to oppress us. They won't oppress us anymore as long as we take the guilt and shame out of them. And then we could have like the color and the prayers and the feelings and the consistency of passing something down through generations. But we have to let go of the guilt and shame. It's what creates wars. Like, people are like shaming each other, or they feel guilt, or they're shaming themselves. And the sooner we drop that, how I like to do it is, because we're always growing, and so we're always seeing things about ourselves that we don't like, right? We're like, oh, I can't believe I was doing that for 10 years.
Okay.
So instead, we have to sorry, I got distracted for a minute.
Okay.
Be excited. Thank you. I call divine intelligence universe. Thank you, universe, for showing me this pattern. It means it's changing. Right?
Okay.
Well, what I used to do in the past is, oh my God, I'm a terrible mom. I'm a terrible person. I can't believe I was doing this. Da, 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 da. And then I just put myself in this loop, and then I get anxious, and I'm just constantly putting myself down. Well, I can't thrive in that. So I have to be like, gratitude. Thank you. I'm so grateful I saw that. Yeah, it sucks that I've been doing that for 10 years, but thank you for showing me. Thank you. Even though it feels so hard and I feel so bad and I feel so sad that I hurt people, thank you, because now I see it. And when we see something, we see it because we're growing out of it. When we're in it, we're in it. And then when we step out of it, that's where we become conscious. That's where we become conscious creators of our reality, because then it's like, oh, now I have a conscious choice. And choice, it doesn't happen right away, right? We're going to keep making mistakes because our brain creates this myelin, these synapses that join together. And when we do something over and over and over again, we create patterns, and we start to create like huge roads. And then we create like canyons of a path. And then there's this little path over here where we want to go. but it's barely even a footpath because we haven't created that new pattern yet. And so when we make a mistake and we go, oh crap, I can't believe I just did that, we can think of 3 things that we could do differently. Even if we didn't do them, be like, okay, you know what I could have done? I could have done this, or I could have done that, or I could have done this. And then the next time it happens, and maybe we're like in the middle of the other reaction that we don't want to do anymore, and we go, oh, wait, okay, I'm going to think of these other 2 things that I could do differently. Usually by the 3rd time, we will naturally do one of the other 3 things because our spirits want their choice. We just haven't created that pathway yet. And so the more we create that pathway, the easier it is to just kind of fall into a new way of being, which also can happen on its own. You know, when we hold guilt and shame, it actually stops us from growing because it holds us in that place. So instead of being like, oh, look, I see this thing and I'm growing from it, we go, oh my God, I feel so bad. I feel so bad. And we can't let it go. And now we're stuck in it. We have to be like, oh, I'm so grateful to let that go. I'm so grateful. Thank you for showing me this. Thank you. And then we're able to grow through it, you know. But when we hold on to it, that's also what creates illness and sickness because it holds energy in our body. We're holding on to it, you know, and we have to let it go. Our body starts giving us warnings by saying, you know, danger, something's wrong. I'm going to make you physically ill so that you can let this go. The more we let go, the more life we have. Yeah.
Amazing, really beautiful. So how you manage your personal, your professional life, being a mother?
I'm super clever and creative. You know, I like to empower my children for a couple of reasons. Because when they feel empowered, they do more for themselves, and that's good. That's what we want our kids to do. I have to be super organized, and I like to make lists and have like check off lists and create flow. So I think about it like, because I've traveled the world with my kids, so everywhere we go, we have to find a new flow, which I love, right? Because it's like challenging for me, but it's like putting systems in place, you know, like always, like one kid takes the trash out every night and everybody washes their own dish. There's really not much of a kitchen cleanup. And so what I told my kids is that if you clean up after yourselves completely 100%, you'll never have to clean up after anyone else. And they reached a certain age where they were like excited about that because they were tired of cleaning up after everyone. And I know it's different in different cultures. Like in other cultures, I haven't been to Pakistan, but I know when we were in India, the whole family helps out. And so that's different. I don't know how to speak to that because in America, everyone's kind of doing it on their own.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we have to be like, we have to come up with much more clever systems, or we go crazy, you know. But you go crazy a couple times and then you put in a good system. You're like, I'm tired of going crazy.
Okay. It was really amazing. As you know, we have very limited time here. So what's the last message that you want to give?
Yeah. Well, it was nice to meet you and whoever's watching. You're amazing. Yeah. I appreciate you.
Okay.
All right. Have a beautiful moment.
Is any message you want to give?
I think that's it. You know, for now. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences, your views. It will really help many others. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
So, thank you so much, viewers, for watching us. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.